Welcome to the Shattering. I know you're usually used to Chris kind of introducing us here today, but Chris isn't here today. Instead, we have Onyxe Blade with us. Today is...
Hello, everybody. Well, I'm so glad to be back.
Yep. Today is Saturday, November 6th, 2021, and we have quite a bit to talk about. I'm Siren Richardson, and you already heard him in the background. I'm also joined by Onyxe Blade. And, yeah.
Okay, sorry, we're going to tell the good people at home what we're going to be speaking about today.
Of course. We got... first up is Shattring's trailer, which... last time was before that, obviously. But, yeah.
But it's not, in my humble opinion, I don't mean to downgrade Hyder, not just because the character's not one of I don't care for the character too much. I don't think there's much to talk about Hyder himself in terms of his trailer, but we should talk about why is he a part of Team Rival, alongside Isla and Dolores, because I know lately on Twitter, at least on my feed, there's been some controversy with him being with Isla and Dolores. Not too many people are happy about that, with him being paired with those two. I personally understand it, and I get it, and I actually agree with why he's with them. But there are a lot of people I know who I consider pretty decent friends. They're very much against it.
I mean, I personally don't mind too much. I'm not opposed to it. But, you know, I'd rather have him be with K-Dash, but I still get Hyder. He's a character I play, so it's kind of a win-win for me either way.
You still want, as I say anyway, they compare Zarina tomorrow with Chain and Troy. I'm not going to complain because I still get Zarina. I do think a lot of people feel like, because, I love Isla's theme. I think it's actually one of the best themes in King of Fighters 15. It's one of my, I think it is my favorite. I feel like a lot of people, when they see Isla and Dolores, which are good characters, I think that either Hyder just looks off to a lot of people. It's really unappealing. Well, I'm understanding for a lot of people's complaints. Because a lot of people are like, why Hyder with this young teenage girl, this mysterious woman he doesn't know, he should be with Rip, he should be out of hell. They could have paid him with Metal Slug's character, something other than what he's with now.
I mean, I'd love to see those things, but, I mean, I also like to see where they're going with this, because it's
as for me, I'm looking, it's more the story. But I read the story for Teen Rivals, it makes sense. Hyder, people gotta remember, Hyder's a spy. He's a leader, he's with the Secret Service. That's what Team Ikari really is. They're like mercenaries, the Secret Service, guns for hire. Oh, of course, Hyder, I mean, you're in this kind of role play. You can't always be like, well, my teammates have to look serious. My teammates have to be these hardcore badasses. If Dolores and Isla are going to be a part of his mission to find out what's going on with births and everything, of course Hyder's going to pair with them. He's not thinking bratty teenage girl and mysterious hermit who's brought back from the dead after Versus defeat in King Hearts 14. He's thinking these two have the biggest connection to birth. Isla with her hands Amanda and Dolores being resurrected among the resurrected by Versus defeat. These are the best people for me to be paired up with in order for me to get to the bottom of this case. I cannot pair up with Leona, Ralph, and Clark because they're already their own team and they got their own mission.
Yeah. I agree. But he is on a Team Rivals, which suggests that he himself has a rival in this tournament. And who do you think that
Exactly, and then someone said on Twitter, I can't remember who, and I feel so bad. Someone's asking, Hyder doesn't make sense. Who's Hyder's rival? Team Rival, who's he rivaling? Someone on Team Shunei? And someone said on response to this other person, no. This Team Rival we get in KOS 15 is based upon the Team Rival we got in KOS 95.
Yeah.
Alyssa's rival is Shunei. Dolores' rival is Kukui. And we will find out very sooner or later who is Hyder's rival.
I'm guessing...
Not rival an entire team. Each member of rival team got their own rival.
I mean... the obvious guess would probably be Rugal, but...
But Rugal, a lot of people are banking Rugal's in the game. And I have a feeling, I could be dead-ass wrong, I can't shake the feeling Rugal's in KOS 15. Not a character I'm crazy about, I don't hate Rugal. Design-wise, moveset-wise, he's a dope-ass character. He's a dope antagonist. Yeah. I hate fighting him because he's fucking strong as fuck. But Rugal is amazing. He's one of SK's best design characters. I don't think no one can say otherwise. Right? You like him or love him, you gotta admit SK did a damn good job at creating Rugal Bernstein.
Yeah,
and with Hyder in the game, I can only think based on the whole theory. Issa's going after Shun'ei, Dolores is going after Kukui, Heiner is going to be going after Rugal. Out of the alternative thing, it could be Guyonez, but Rugal makes more sense to me.
I think I have an idea as to who it could be as well, which might be more likely just because of balance and because the character's a criminal. I'm thinking maybe Geese potentially could be the rival, or potentially some other, like Ness criminal. But
I mean, it's true, but only Ness character Heiner really had beef with, which was Lin, which is AKA Fake Zero. Zero,
or I just had another idea. Or Oswald could be a rival. Remember in KOF 14 there was that dialogue between the two, and they seem to have some kind of history. True. And I do kind of want to see more into that history, so that could be something. I'm not saying it is.
But I'm worried about Oswald. To be quite honest, he has a good possibility. Ash's team's not filled out yet. I leaning towards, and not just because of personal bias. I think SK's gonna give us back Elizabeth. So Elizabeth, Ash, and Kukui gonna round out Team Ash, Team Elizabeth, whatever you want to call it. And I can't see Oswald being part of that special slot. I don't think they're gonna put Oswald there. Honestly, I think that special slot is reserved for their favorite characters that people fans want SK put in King Fights for a long time, or the last two slots are also a bunch of brand new characters.
I mean, I'm thinking, that last slot could have Oswald in it, or it could have any number of characters, especially since SNK said that there's going to be at least 2 more in the main roster, or like Shatter, or like surprise characters,
The characters that no one was banking on. SK did say that, and I'm really curious who those characters are.
I don't know. I have some ideas, but I doubt they would also be one. I'm not going to say Sokaku, because obviously I'm going to get yelled at by a certain guy, and also...
My personal theory, I was telling this to Chris, unfortunately he's not here today, but that's fine. I'm happy to be doing the show with you. But I think maybe SK is going to go back to doing another world team, but instead of Nakawu, there'll be 3 new pairs of characters that people love from the SK universe.
I actually had an idea about that, and I was thinking they were going to save Team Another World for the DLC and replace the SNK characters with guest characters, but they're led by Mui Mui or something like that, which is a possibility, but this also could, be complete BS from me, but who knows.
That's true. I mean, we won't know until we finally get. Because the thing is, by the way, I want to ask you this quick: who do you think is coming next week? I personally think it's Cooler Diamond.
I think it could be.
I think SK is about ready to show Cooler.
Oh, that was the timer for when we would be setting up. We set up a little bit early today, man. Sorry for the alarm there, guys. But
no problem.
But yeah. I mean, in terms of people who I think would be next, I'm thinking it's either Elizabeth or Kula. In all honesty, I hope that Angel is not on a team with... I'm not hoping that she's not in this game, I'm just hoping she's not on a team with K-Dash. Because, as I said before, and I also got smacked for this, but... I'm not a fan of the whole Kula...
K-Dash on the head setup. A lot, and that's another thing. I'm down for, because like I said, I don't make no tea. I do not care for Maxima. Now, if it's Cooler K-Dash Rip, I'm down for that. But yeah, I'd rather get Unhell over Maxima. A lot of people, honestly, are not down for that. They don't like the idea of separating Team K-Dash. I think it's a good thing, but sorry, you're not alone. There's a lot of people who are, leave Team K-Dash the way it is. You can leave Team Fate of Fury alone. You can leave Team Ikari alone. You can leave Team K-Dash alone.
My problem isn't necessarily of separating them. I think it would be fine to separate them. It's the idea of having Angel on a team with them, because it just feels so fan servicey as opposed to any kind of actual anchoring.
My thing, I think it would have been smarter. SK has shown, like, maybe instead of that silly ending that Team Mexico had in King of Fighters 14. That was, it was funny. It was a stupid ending. I would give Team Mexico a better ending than King of Fighters 14, what they actually got. But I think SK has shown Angel and Kula, or at least Angel and Team K-Dash mending fences. People would be more accepting of, Angel's going to be with Team K-Dash now. But there was no indication that she was mending fences, that she apologized for the shit she did to them when she was a proud member of Nets.
Yeah.
You know, to me, it makes, I don't care personally. I actually hope she comes to that team with that bad attitude. Like, yeah, so what? I'm with you motherfuckers. And what? You're mad? You mad? Because that's more unheld to me. But I think people would appreciate more unheld had, like, you know, guys, I'm sorry what I did back when I was serving Ignez and all that stuff. I hope you guys can forgive me. I'd love to help you guys out. I understand you guys ain't got to trust me like that, but let me start showing you guys that I turned over a new leaf.
My other problem with it is the fact that I feel like there's better characters who could suit the role if they need a teammate, like Foxy or Sylvie or even Autohide or something if they're working with Akari. I feel like a number of different characters could come way before on Hell that would be maybe more hype, like Foxy, someone we haven't seen in a while.
But not really, at the end of the day, and it's not taking my bias aside. I don't play Angel. I like the character a lot, but I don't play because she's too hard for me.
I like her as well, but I just
those characters you just said.
Yeah, the thing is,
the only person who gets Angel one for money and popularity is Adahai. But outside Ally, people don't give a fuck about Foxy that much. I like Foxy.
I love Foxy.
And I'm glad to know you
She's
like
fun.
Foxy. But Foxy's like a freaking. And I'm trying to think of the nicest way to say it. It's like finding a $50 bill in freaking Times Square. With all those people around there, someone's gonna find that bill before you found it. It's like Foxy's fandom is the size of my pinky.
Right, but I mean, at the same time, I'm just saying she might be a better pick in terms of story. But like, yeah, her chances are small. But like, so are a lot of other characters who people wanted to see, right?
There's a lot of characters. Like, you know, and don't get me wrong, I think we're gonna be very happy with DLC. My only phobia with the DLC, I hope it's not a lot of returning King Rise 14 characters.
God, I hope not. Like, there's some I do want to see come back.
Yeah, of course, like Sylvie, Zarina. I like to see.
I mean, I'd like to see.
I know it's not gonna happen. Lulu,
but
Alice
like, with an improvement. Yeah, Alice would be cool. I'd like to see like Najed or something come back as well.
That's a good one. I personally love to see. Honest, I like to see some more like Gato. I like to see. I know, you know, he was DLC in King Rise 14. I wouldn't mind him being DLC again. Cause I like the character Yamazaki. I feel Geese is definitely gonna be DLC. I think Geese is definitely gonna be a DLC character.
I would love to see in terms of DLC characters in my opinion that have been in KOF before, or not just my Fatal Fury pipe dream. Is what's it called? Oh, okay. Obviously, some Garo characters. I'd love to see Marco Rodriguez or Hotaro or Gato or hell, even what's his name, Ryan. Kevin Ryan. He's fucking amazing. I feel like he's kind of underrated compared to some of the other characters. But yeah, I think seeing any of those characters, because every character from Garo, there's not really a lame one. They all have a lot of personality in that game. But someone from Garo, I know people are. I mean, if a Garo character gets in, it's probably going to be definitely Rock, because that's the one that everybody wants. Apart from,
let's hope he's actually a good character this time around. Unlike King Rise 14, he was actually ass.
He wasn't horrible. I mean, he was better.
He was underwhelming. I think a lot of people expected Rock to be like, you see him a lot in the tournament scene. He would be a phenomenal character. But when Rock actually came out, people were like, what? This character sucks. And SK's buffs didn't save him. Like, the SK did good buffs, in my opinion, for Rock. But it was still just tons of better characters. It was disappointing because as well-loved Rock was, didn't really see him.
Yeah. But, yeah. The other thing with this game I've noticed is they're going for a lot of legacy characters, right? A lot of characters who are important to
story in the franchise itself.
Yeah, and each arc, because we have Ash, right? And
have the Ash arc. We have the Nest characters, Kate Ash. We have obviously the Wachi Saga characters, and we have of course we have the Shunei characters. Also, I'm going to ask you, Quinn and Siren. I think you would be the answers really well. Why do you feel like King Rise 15, unlike 14, has such a shortage of newcomers?
Because I think SNK wants to put in their most recognizable characters and their fan favorites. Because think about from a marketing standpoint, this is their new big shiny game, right? And they they obviously, made it look amazing. They're doing more gameplay stuff, and with all the hype that Terry got from being in Smash Bros. And other games, Geese being in Tekken and all that, you have a lot of different people, and you have to introduce them to some lovable characters, and these characters that the SNK fan base love would be obviously a good start because they're so big and popular. I think that they are doing the shortage of what do you call it? Obviously, new characters and not so amazing characters because they're wanting to kind of bring as many people to this game as they can from other games and keep them in.
I agree with that notion. Do you feel like a new character you could say, and it doesn't matter you like the character or not, biased or non-biased, who should have been in KOF 15?
Who should have been in KOF 15, in my opinion? What do you mean? Can you say it again?
What new character you feel like? Right now we say Shune, Maida-kun, Luong, Antonov, and Kukui are the only 5 characters and a bunch of new characters that was introduced to us in KOF 14 that came out to KOF 15. The rest of them so far seem to be sending this one out, or maybe perhaps DLC.
In terms of newer characters, I think should have made it in on the base roster. I hate to say this character because I think he's such a lame character, but he was important to the last game and kind of a smaller story is Nelson. I think...
Nelson, I agree with that, but you know who I want to pick, and it's not going to be my girl Zarina. I love Zarina, but I understand. It hurts my heart, but I understand why she's not in the game. Alice! Because, and it's not because I'm such an Alice head.
Because
I like Alice, but Alice was used a lot in tournament level, at high level tournaments. You always saw someone play Alice. So to me, it's like it would be kind of like a no-brainer that Alice would be brought back into King of Fighters 15, since she was played a lot in King of Fighters 14 at high level.
She also was part of the reason she for SNK to sell their pachinko machines as well, which could be more profit for them. But another character I think that would be really good in this game to have back is Hein.
I think Hein was definitely I think Hein was one of the more well-received newcomers, and that's another shocking surprise that he did not return.
Yeah.
And honestly, until we got Heiner, Rit, Isla, and Dolores, I thought Hein was going to be the final member of Team Rival.
That would have been pretty cool, I won't lie, but who knows? We still have that final slot. It could be Geese. It could be some crazy other thing that we're not expecting, but who knows? Hein, though, would be definitely a good character to bring back for 14. Because not all the 14 newcomers were complete trash, obviously. A lot of people didn't
they weren't the greatest thing in the world, but I think they had potential, but I think SK really dropped the ball with them, but at the same time, 15 is trying to be more story heavy, so you gotta bring in characters who actually have a valid story. You can't just bring in a bunch of fan favorites with no story behind them.
Yeah, obviously, but yeah, and I think the other thing they're doing is they're trying to cut out some of the characters that aren't as important. If you've seen obviously by the teams, because you have the legacy characters with some of the other legacy characters, because you have Mai, Yuri, and Athena on a team all together, which I don't think we've seen except in there was this one game and it was I don't know, the King of Fighters EX or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It was like some kind of Game Boy game where Athena and Mai, Yuri are a team. But that's the only time they would, because that game's not canned, so they were never official team to King of Fighters 15.
And obviously they're bringing back fan favorites like Vanessa and Blue Mary and all these. Shermie was big, and they also have a tie with the story in this one.
Yes.
You gotta give SNK credit for setting some of the stuff up in 14 and SNK Heroines with some of these other things.
I agree. I agree, and I still find it funny that SNK Heroes was canned.
Well, the thing is,
I'm glad it was.
It makes sense it's canon because of the fact that it's all a dream and it doesn't really destroy anything by it, but it makes it more interesting. And I'm kind of interested to see what the women fighters have to say to Kukuri.
That should be very funny. They should be really pissed off at him.
If in terms of characters, I think that would really shatter expectations. it'd have to be some unknown characters, but characters that kind of also bring hype. Like characters you didn't know you wanted, right? Like, you know how we got G in the last game? He was a character you looked at and you're like, what? And then it's like a character you didn't know you wanted, right? In Street Fighter V, right?
Oh, G, like you said, Street, like G's not King of Fighters. I'm thinking Street Fighter 5, but I see what you're going now.
Yeah. And he was like, and the same thing with, what's her face? She's from Final Fight. The cop. Lucia. She was another kind of fan favorite. She's not very good in, like, terms of, like, actual, like, you know, competitive play from what I've heard, but...
She's actually just okay. She's not great. I actually heard, like, she's, like, lower mid-tier in competitive play. Like, she's not that great. But I think people like Lucia, but I think the most well-received newcomers in Street Fighter V, from what I can tell, was G, Not, and Zeku.
I was gonna say also Rashid, because Rashid seemed to be...
Yeah, Rashid's pretty, and him and Laura, but I think because Rashid and Laura were base roster characters, you know, they are brand new to Street Fighter.
Yeah.
They were also base roster, so they didn't really count to me as characters who came on a little later and gained instant popularity.
Yeah, but, getting back on track, I think there'd be characters that you don't know you want. Like, I think in the last game, in terms of characters you didn't know you want, was probably, what's his face? Oswald. Again, I already said his name, sorry. Oswald and...
Like Leroy Smith in Tekken 7. You know, he was overpowered. People were very hyped when he came to the game.
And the same thing goes for another character. Nujad. I already said their names. I was just trying to think which ones. Yeah, but Nujad was another one. She was like a fan-created character, but people really liked her.
That's true. But honestly, I'm hoping, this is me personally, I'm hoping we get at least one more newcomer in King of Fighters team's base roster, and they also have to be part of that last 3-slot character.
Well, I know we're going to get
newcomer.
I know for a fact we're going to get a new one, which is going to be the boss, but I think I know you're meaning something else.
I'm thinking, the boss, obviously the boss is going to be brand new. SK doesn't repeat boss unless it's a dream match, or in King of Fighters 94, 95, where Ruka was the boss twice, but that made sense, because King of Fighters 94, he was defeated, but he was, like, still, like, not really defeated in King of Fighters 94, where King of Fighters 95, he was truly defeated.
Character that would definitely shatter expectations is Psyche, because it's like he's like the impossible kind of character to come back, because he was
yeah, true, but I honestly with Ash, you know, because Psyche acts like different, so I can't really complain too much about that. Psyche's a command character, Ash is the charge. I just don't feel, I feel Psyche would be redundant in a space of slot. If he came at now DLC, okay, we could kind of open that discussion. I wouldn't want Psyche, for me, base roster.
Yeah. In terms of, like, characters that'd be unexpected, I'd say someone from Bariki 1 or Kazuya Encounter, I think is what it's called. I think I'm messing up.
Kazuna Encounter, you're right.
Kazuna Encounter, thank you. Yeah, someone from there might, you know, shatter expectations.
Actually, also another thing, you know, I know people don't really care for this, but it's part of King Fighters here, and I think it'd be good if I bring to the main line. Maximum Impact team. I think I really would shatter expectations. You know,
I don't know personally. I feel it could, but there's also that kind of stigma that it has as well, right?
It does have that stigma, but I think SK does it right. You can kill that stigma, because there's people who want them back, not just me. I'm not like a minority. I think it's not looking wrong. Maximum Impact, people who love Maximum Impact, we are a minority, but I don't think I'm alone in like seeing like how would Albamir look in traditional King of Fighters style. How would Leanne Neville, Kay Lim, Louise Maywink, how would they look in the traditional King of Fighters style? Not the 3D style that people are really touch and go on, but you know, how would they translate into like with the rest of the or King of Fighters gameplay and style?
Yeah. Another one that might shatter expectations is there's a lot of characters that would shatter expectations, let's face it. But,
or your top 5 who feel like, you know, they came into King of Fighters, you must buy it. Doesn't matter that character's top tier, bottom tier, whatever. What be that character, you know, these characters, at least 2 out of 5 of them came in tomorrow. You knew they were coming. You like, yeah, I gotta put the $85 down for King of Fighters.
If it's just any character from like KOF.
Has to be SK Universe. It can't be no like
Yeah.
Goku, Ryu, Jin Kazama. It has to be SK
I would
Universe.
say Sokaku Mizuchi, Shenwu, Chanhun, what's trying to think. Oh, Huajai. Hua is a
I know who that
character.
is.
Hua is like one of my favorites. And probably Adelheid.
Nice selection. That's very nice. A nice character's choice too. Very unique. All those characters you mentioned. Very unique.
Yeah.
Now some people say, well, Haja just a Joe Higashi palette swap.
Not even.
Yes, he was a palette swap, but he
remotely.
played nothing like Joe.
He has an install, and he's crazier.
Haja was more traditional Muay Thai with a little kinky twist. But he was more traditional Muay Thai, but Joe is more like what the anime.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even realize there was people in chat. My bad. I saw. Okay. So Jose is here.
Hey Jose, what's up?
Yeah, he said Guy Tendo needs to make a comeback along with Silver, since KOF 11 was their only appearances. I agree. I think it would be great if we got, Silver and Guy Tendo back.
Like Guy, but he was kind of not. I didn't like his play style too much.
He's very difficult in 11 for me because he's very different. He's more like he's a 3D fighter in a 2D game, right?
He played like a Mel on Hell, slightly easier than on Hell, but his play style was very hard. Like it's like, look, Guy Tendo's a very hot, attractive character, but his play style was not fun at all, at least for me.
I don't even know what to say to that. Yeah. I just wasn't expecting that a lot field, but yeah, Guy Tendo, he would be pretty cool. He has the same voice actor as Joe, as Chris said in one of his videos, in his Yuri video, but trying to think.
Okay, now another I want to ask Siren, what do you, and I'm talking about characters, what do you, and I mean towards a theme in general, what kind of team or theme you do not want to see for the last 3 slots?
God, just something really stupid like just having, I don't know, like Kim's team, but it's just Cheng and Choi, because I honestly, Cheng and Choi and Chin and yeah, those three are my least favorite characters in all of KOF. If they were canonically dead, I would celebrate.
That's messed up.
Especially Choi. His fat ass could go down like a fucking Big Mac and have a heart attack. I don't fucking care, man. But yeah.
Okay. I definitely don't think we're going to worry about those 3. I think we're safe in them.
Thank God. In terms of themes, I don't know. I've never really hated a particular theme. As long as it's not like, I don't know, trying too hard, right?
Okay.
The thing I hate most...
So not like a try-hard team.
Like
Okay, that makes fair. That's
like,
fair.
in terms of things I really hate in games is if they're trying too hard to, like, do something. It's like... Listen, man, I get it. You're trying, but you're trying way too hard. Like, I can't think of an example. I don't think SNK's done that.
Yeah, I don't think they will either, which is a good thing.
In terms of characters I wouldn't want to see, those are the big 3. That and Lucky Globber. I'm sorry, I hate fighting you, Lucky Globber. You're a pain in my ass. Like, just the entire screen is full of basketballs. I can't do shit. An entire team that is just input reading, I couldn't stand it. Just team read your inputs. That would be a team I would. That's a theme I wouldn't want. But all jokes aside, I don't know. There's no theme I really hate in particular.
Okay, that's not bad. It's not bad. I just really hope that last slot is like a like something really like, wow, that was really worth the wait. Because my only phobia right now with those final three, because obviously, to my humble opinion, say he's gonna finish up Cash's team. They're gonna finish up Ash's last member, because I still think Cuckoo's with Ash.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's not with Team Rival, as I always suspected. You know, as a little part of me did believe he probably would be with Team Rival, but I really thought more like he'll be with Ash and Elizabeth, since KOS 14 kind of teased that. But obviously, I think this whole month of November will be FK finishing up Team Ash and Team Kate Ash. That's how I'm really expecting cooler next week, but we could get Elizabeth to, finish up, to close out Team Ash.
Yeah. I guess a brand new team with like characters that are really lame I wouldn't like, kind of like just Team South America. That team was like, I didn't like it. Like Zarina was cool. Zarina's cool, right? But everyone else is just kind of. I look at Banderas and I'm like, damn.
Banderas, I love the design, but his gameplay, his personality, it was a turnoff. He's so generic. I was very disappointed with Banderas.
Everything about him is just. I just look
generic
at
as hell, though. Nelson, I'm sorry.
He has,
I mean, the design was not bad. I don't think Nelson's design was bad. I just didn't care for his gameplay.
His gameplay was so trash. I'm just like sitting here and I'm like, man.
Zarina, to me, not just because I love her, she was perfect and she had simple gameplay, good moves, and she looked good visually. But Nelson and Banderas just like, Nelson looked awkward, and Banderas was just too generic.
Yeah.
SKs have made some great ninja characters. Banderas is easily the worst.
In terms of, if there is a Team South America, I think there's more potential with the characters they could choose. Like, there's other South American characters in KOF. Obviously, Marco Rodriguez.
The only one we know about is Marco, which is Kashuda, but Marco Rodriguez is from South America, I think Brazil. There's Richard Meyer, and there's Bob Wilson, but
Wilson, yeah.
That team would be kind of generic. Mamai will want that we get team. I would love for SK go another. That includes much. I love Zarina. That includes leaving Zarina out. Give us Team South America, but just not put some thought behind this team, and make sure that actually from different parts of South America. Not two of the members being from Brazil, one of them being from Colombia, but lives in Brazil. That's me. That's Team Brazil. That's not Team South America.
Yeah.
Team South America, they need to be one member from Chile, like Isla, without being Isla. One for Peru or Paraguay, and one for Argentina. There's so many countries in South America. You could be unique with it. Do not make. That's what I think a lot of fighting games do. They think South America is just Brazil. No, the fuck it's not.
Yeah, no, it's not. Oh, okay. So, I think a cool team would be. I lost my train of thought. I don't know. I don't remember.
Hey, chat, you can hear us. Obviously, you can't get your hear. But you guys opinions and hopes for King of Fighters 15 in terms of that last scene. Let me tell we continue. So, now I'm going to ask you this, Siren. How you feel like Team Rivals theme music? How do you like it from a scale of 1 to 5?
Okay, I like it, right? But at the same time, for some reason, it just kind of reminds me of the Danny Phantom intro for some reason. I don't know why, it just kind of does.
That's interesting. I didn't think that I would hear that one. That's surprising.
Yeah, I don't know why either. It just kind of came to mind. I was like... I think it's good, though. Always KOF, KOF is really bringing it in with the music in this one. I mean,
how you feel like this team rival stage? How you feel like the stage? You think it's a good stage, or could we lose more work?
I don't mind it. I think it's cool. It's different. It's like an abandoned kind of like train yard, which is cool. But I don't know. I wouldn't think of Hydern and this fancy mud lady to be hanging out there. Of like, just from like, I get it for Isla because she's like a graffiti artist and that's like a great place to graffiti and stuff. But in terms of the other two characters, I don't know if it really fits them. But I like the stage. I'm not saying I don't like the stage.
I like the stage too. I think the stage is very nice. And, but I think the stage makes sense because you read a teen rival story. Heiner and Dolores are going to meet Isla. So, and pretty much with Isla being a team leader, people are like, Isla's calling the shots of pretty much everything. Heiner, honestly, Heiner's not really listening to this girl. But, for his mission, he's working with her because he needs her. So he got to kind of bite his tongue. And Dolores, is coming very muddily to Isla because she's very, lenient. She's, truly supporting Isla. But at the time being, we don't know how Dolores is going to turn out. I honestly hope she's not evil. But, there's a small part of me still thinks that Dolores is playing like a fiddle.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I decided the team, by the way, that I'd really like to see be a Masters team, because I play a lot of the Masters characters. I'd love to see, Takuma, Saishu, and, Gang Il, because they all have...
I hate Gang Il. I'm sorry. I can never support anything Gang Il, but I love Saishu.
Okay, I only say it because I really hate Chin, and he's the other master character, and
they can make a brand new character. I think, but I can't. I know you hate Chin, but I think I hate Gang Il more, and I'd rather see Chin than Gang Il. Gang Il turns my stomach.
All right. I mean,
but I'm understanding you rather see Gang Il than Chin, but I really just hate Gang Il with a passion.
I mean, if they could improve him, I think it might change. But maybe, I don't know.
I think there's no saving Gang Il. He's just going to guard Ben and be forgetting the SK's characters they never use more than once. That's just
I don't know any other master characters. I mean, Sopaka would be cool, but I don't think he's big enough. Obviously, he's not big enough.
I'd rather see Tung Fu Ru.
Tung Fu Ru would be amazing. I'd love to see Tung Fu Ru. I remember playing him a little bit in the last game, and I'm like, damn, this character's fun. I just wish I knew how to play him a little bit better.
Likewise. He's a fun character, though.
Jeff Bogard would be pretty cool as well.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I don't think SK's ever gonna bring back Jeff Bogart. And I'm not saying that I don't know. I think they'll bring back Guido with Leona's actual father. Then they'll bring back Jeff. I feel like some reason for Terry's character and Overlord Annie's character, to make Geese the monster he is, Jeff Bogart gotta kind of stay dead. Don't get me wrong, I think Jeff Bogart will be interesting. I think his character will lose all his impact if he came back to life.
Toto might be another option as well, but I don't know how well Toto and Toto.
Kazumi's dad.
Yeah, Kazumi's dad. Toto and Takuma probably wouldn't get along very well.
Well, unlikely allies, unlikely partners have happened before King of Fighters.
I mean,
I don't think
a cool one.
but Kasumi seems cool with Rio and them. Don't get me wrong, she still has her beliefs, but she's pretty cool that she deals with Yuri, she deals with King, even for alongside them before. So I don't think there would be a problem for him to do the same.
Another one that might be cool, but I doubt would happen, because I think this character might be canonically dead, but could also potentially come back, is Iori's father. We don't know who he is, but that could be cool.
Oh, his dad is dead? I always knew he was alive, just never was in the story.
I don't know, I remember reading somewhere off the wiki that he's deceased, but I...
Okay, probably true, because like I said, I always assumed that Iori's parents were alive. If he's dead,
a cool
dead,
character,
I can't say.
Because I think I don't remember where she was mentioned or anything, but again, it said it on the wiki, so I'm just trusting the wiki. But Iori apparently has a little sister. That might be a cool character to see in the future. But, yeah, no. But Iori's father might be cool if he isn't dead. But I know his mother's dead because the whole
thing. Curse.
Yeah, the curse. But yeah. A Masters team would be cool. There's definitely potential. I mean, they could bring back, what's his face? Yubei Yamada if they really wanted to. I doubt they would.
Yeah, Jubei, I take him over Gang Gale, but I don't really care for Jubei, but yeah.
Or, Toji would be cool.
Toji, I will rock with Toji. I like Toji from Real Bound. What's that game called? The 3D one.
Wild Ambition.
Yes. Toji's pretty cool. A very unique playstyle too, by the way.
Yeah.
So
Very.
anyone in the comments have any thoughts on teams and stuff? What they like to see, by the way? You guys
Yeah. No, well, not really. I can see people talking about the rivals team. Jeff Bowish definitely make. Yeah, nothing really about teams yet.
okay, well, hopefully the chat will give us some input soon. Be nice to hear from them.
We should talk about Dolores next, I guess. We didn't really talk about her much, so let's move on to Dolores then, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Dolores, I like her design, kind of. Her design's good. I don't.
I love her design. I think Dolores is really cool, but a place that was definitely surprised me.
She kind of reminded me of Mukai a little bit.
Who?
Mukai.
Yes, she does remind. I even think I said that when I saw her trailer. She reminded. I called her Lady Mukai. Like in SK's official trailer video for Dolores, I made a comment called, "She reminds me of Lady Mukai."
Yeah, and I was like, I wonder.
I don't mind because she don't play like Mukai, but I like that she gets the same vibe as him in this way.
Yeah, because she has like the kind of thing where she kind of like brings rocks, and in her like climax super, it looks like she kind of like does a similar thing where like how Mukai will fossilize you. It's kind of similar to that, but with mud, which is pretty cool actually.
I think her climax. I can't wait to see how full. Cause like we see how her climax is generally going to look like, but we don't see how it looks around it. Like she does the full climax to you. I'd like to see how that's going to look, but we think I will see that real soon because Dolores is one of the 8 characters in the beta.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about the beta. By the way, remind tell you about the beta starts November 19th, November 20th. Please don't miss it, but it's only for those who have PS4, PS5.
I'm still seeing if I can borrow my neighbor's PS4.
I hope you can.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
Because that would be.
I'm really excited for the beta, but only thing is, to me, I'm not gonna be petty. At the end of the day, I'm happy we're getting a beta. So at the end of the day, I'm not gonna really bitch about this because it's like a minor pet peeve. I would have loved that Isla and mine were also part of the beta. Outside of that, I'm very excited about this beta.
My only problem is there's not a single character in that I have amazing skill with. It's like there's Kyo, which I have a little bit of experience with. I actually completed his trials today before we started in 14. And I was like, yeah, this is good. I like this character. I have to figure out Iori because, man, I have very little clue to play Iori, and I'm kind of trying to figure out Shune. At least for like characters I can start with. But, like, damn it, I was like, if it was the characters from the TGS, I'm like, I'd be set. I can kind of play Leona. I can kind of play Terry, and I can kind of play Kyo. But
I think it's a beta. I mean, this current beta we're getting right now. The character I'm honestly excited about, like 100%, is Dolores. Yeah, it's Yashiro, Shermie, but to me, the only character I really want to sink my teeth into is Dolores. Iori Shune, I can play King Class 14. Chezuru, like Chezuru, but she's never one of the characters I was really that good with. And he goes for Shermie. Yashiro's fun. He's a little sluggish to me, but he's fun. And I hate Chris. So I don't have much to work with myself for that beta, but like I said, today it's free and allows me to play Dolores early. But had I got Isla in my, I've been pretty set until the beta ended.
If I had gotten like, say Hydern and Antonov, I'd be set because those are the two I played in 14. Along with either the third character was always interchangeable. I could be like, okay, Gang Il or Kyo or someone like that, or Terry or Joe or something. Hell, if I had gotten Joe, I'd probably be set as well. But I mean, hey, whatever. It's fine. I'll survive. But yeah, Kyo, Iori, and all that is pretty cool. Dolores, I think she's interesting though. I think she has some potential. I'm definitely gonna try her out if I can. Um, she kind of, I don't know if I'll like her because I could not figure out Rose in Street Fighter 5, and I'm like, her combos kind of remind me of Rose's a little, just a little bit.
And she does get a but she is a Mystic Hermit, so I definitely see why, she can remind you of Rose. Definitely understand. And I even made a video when I first was talking about Dolores, but I still call her Delores with a Delores. I thought she'd be like a talisman character using like tarot cards and shit. So when I saw her actual play style, I'm like, what? She's basically Lady Mukai. I was thinking she'd be some magical girl shit, like casting spells and all that stuff on
you. Yeah. I don't know.
Her play style surprised me. I still like the way she fights, but I do wish I was kind of right that she would use more like she uses magic, but it's just magic soil. She doesn't use like curses, summon spirits. That's what I kind of thought Dolores was gonna play like.
Yeah. Trying to think. What was it? I don't know. Dolores is cool. Dolores is cool. I will say that. She has a cool design. I wish she had better pants. I mean, I don't mind, but at the same time, like, man, how do you make a character look so naked without being naked?
SK always been known to draw sexy cat, and I see some people complain, but I think, and then some people don't like Dolores' design. To each their own. Not everybody's gonna like something. You can't please everybody. But I love Dolores' design a lot. It's sexy without being try-hard sexy, which I love about it.
I mean, I don't mind sexy characters, right? I'm fine with it. But at the same time, there's a certain thing. It's like you gotta balance it a little, right? A lot of people like Chizuru, and she's
Chizuru's good, but there's the thing with it, it's balanced. Cause look at Chizuru. That's nothing. Chizuru's a sexy character to me. She's a beautiful woman, but she's a modest design. Like, she doesn't dress sexy. Chizuru's dressing to fight.
Yeah.
It's got a cat like same thing with Leona. Leona is gorgeous. She's dressing to fight though. She's not dressing to seduce you. And same with Yuri. Yuri, there's a lot of people gotta think for Yuri. She's not dressing sexy. She's dressing cool. King dresses very masculine. That's what her thing is. You got Athena who dresses like an idol. She's not going for sexy. She's going for cute. So girls who like Luong, Blue Mary to a lesser degree, because Blue Mary's not really she's sexy, but she's not like obviously sexy. Like, she's sexy because she is a character, but she doesn't dress as sexy. At least in my opinion, she doesn't. But you got a cat like Luong who's dressed as seductive. Got Shermie, who's very seductive, her look, and Dolores. And if we get Angel, which I'm pretty sure we are, Angel definitely will be another character who dresses sexy. I feel like SK is not drowning us with a bunch of women who dress like DOA girls, that's for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Definitely think there is balance. I don't think there's nothing wrong having 2, 3, maybe 4 sexy characters. The rest of your roster is not looking like that. Now, unless the game's like a hentai fighter, or it's like an edgy story, of course, in a different story, everybody gotta look sexy. But it's not the end of the world having 2, 3 sexy characters, sexy dressed characters. The majority of the cast look that way.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's why I really love Dolores' design. I have zero issue with Dolores, and I don't think it's much. I don't think it's too little. I think it's just right.
Yeah, I agree. Elizabeth is kind of another one of those. Like, I think she's great.
Her debut, Kima's 11. Elizabeth was giving you a lot of. She gave you boobs.
Yeah.
But after Kima's 12 and onward, Elizabeth's style became more fancy, classic, more regal. It's not sexy no more. It came more fancy.
Yeah.
I don't think people really classify. Yeah, her debut game, yes, Elizabeth was serving you titties. Now, but later on, her look quickly changed from sexy French woman who knew how to beat you her whip with a little riding crop, to a woman who dressed like a regal woman who knew how to fight and kick ass.
Yeah. Foxy is kind of hit or miss. I like how Foxy looks, but at the same time, I don't know. Trying to think of some other characters. There's other characters who look fine, but not like, you know, if you say anything, you'll immediately go to jail because, you know, it's like, I'm not saying they're ugly, but like, I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying they're, you know what, never mind, I'm gonna get myself buried alive if I say anything.
Unless you're saying something truly like, God forbid, homophobic or racist or xenophobic, I don't think you're gonna get buried alive.
Okay, well, Hotaru, I think she's a great character. We're similar ages as well. I don't know.
You're young, you are a teenager, so you could be attracted to Hotaru. I mean, I said something about Hotaru, I look weird, I'm 31 years old, but Siren, aren't you like 16, 17 years old?
Yeah, I'm 17.
Yeah, so you can get away with that still. You got one more year left.
Thank you, gods of SNK. I'm not going to go to the Chris Hansen hell quite yet. But, Hotaru, yeah, she's a great looking character. I think her appeal, though, comes from her being kind of a cutesy character.
I think Hotaru was a character who should be in King of Fighters in the future, but I think she might have to wait a slightly little longer. But I hope she doesn't have to wait too long. I would even consider for DLC. I think people genuinely like Hotaru, and she should be part of, like, you know, of a bigger roster.
Melee,
especially if you don't know when the next Garou game's coming out.
Yeah, I hope they do another Garo. That's something.
A lot of people do.
Like,
I don't know. I don't sure what SK seems to have a weird.
What they should do,
ignores Darkstalkers. It seems like the same way SK ignores Garou.
Well, not really. They gave it a rollback. They're not completely like Capcom in that way, but what they could do, I think what they should do is they should. You saw that one like artist, right? That from like, I think they did like a remake of some beat 'em up game, and they like did like a Garo sketch.
Yeah, I think I've seen that on Twitter before. Yes, I have.
Actually,
Million posted about it, I believe.
They really should. They should like outsource to that company, I think, and potentially get, you know.
I think Garo would look good and kind of look like in a way the Streets of Rage 4 look. I think that would look really good for Garo.
I think 3D Garo would be kind of weird. The same way like a 3D Art of Fighting would look weird. I think a game that could, like, if SNK, you know, somehow blows up massively, a game that would be really good to like bring back but kind of reimagine, kind of like how I don't know, maybe get the team that made friggin' what's it called? God, Virtual Fighter or something like that to do like a redo of Virtual.
I don't know. Virtual Fighter's 5 Showdown was a letdown.
Really? I remember hearing good stuff about the 5.
No, I mean, I don't. Maybe you heard some from a friend or two, but the game was like.
Well, I was gonna say, okay, maybe they'll have to do it themselves, but like, you know, have a traditional 3D fighter, like bring back Bariki 1 in some kind of cool way. I'm just saying. I heard, I chilled out with these dudes in like this server, right? It was a KOF 11 server on Discord, and they were talking about all like these like cool things. It's like one of them was Bariki 1. He said that game was really good. I was like, I don't know, I haven't played it, but I mean that could be something to bring back. I don't know.
We don't know. Time would tell.
But yeah, I think SNK definitely has a lot of chances to bring back cool stuff.
I'd love this. Hopefully in the future their game is to take. I'm not saying take a bad risk, but I think SK thinks to start going more into their catalog than just King of Fighters Samurai Showdown. King of Fighters Samurai Showdown. It does get pretty repetitive after a while.
Well, it's more like King of Fighters Samurai Showdown and Metal Slug, but yeah.
Yeah, true.
What would be really cool is if we. Oh, you know, actually, this is a character. Never mind. I think a character that is really underrated that we should see is Alfred.
The pilot dude.
Yeah, the pilot.
To me, I don't hate Alfred. I think he's cool. I like his gameplay, but his design is so out there. I don't think it looks like King of Fighters. Like they would have to tweak his design. Not his moveset. I think his moveset is fun. like his design since it looks so out there. He looks Alfred to me look like a Waku Waku 7 character.
I mean, I just saw him. I'm like, yeah, he's got the Joe hair. He's a pilot. I get it. I don't know. They could definitely redesign him.
Make him look more KOF appropriate in his design, and I'm down for Alfred. But his design right now is too out there for my liking.
Yeah. A character that would be definitely really mixed in terms of, response would definitely be someone like, what was I about to say? Shit, I haven't looked at it in time. I keep doing this, I don't know how. I might just be kind of out of it today. Shit. Okay, sorry, hold on, I have to think about it. Oh, yeah, Nameless, right. Nameless.
That's a character, if SK
Like-
decides to give him an actual story. But I don't know. Nameless is such a way. I don't dislike Nameless, so
I
I'm
don't
gonna clear that out
dislike
right
him
there.
either.
I just
think
don't
he's-
know
I think he's
what
cool
SK
looking.
wants to do with it. I have no faith in the character because I don't even know what SK plans to do with him.
Yeah, but so many people are waiting for like K49 to come back. It's like, I don't know. I never
I
liked.
rather see K49 back, but I don't think it's ever gonna happen.
I don't like
SK
K49's design. I think he looks like a meth addict, like a rat.
Ah!
I look at him, I'm like, damn, this guy looks like a rat. Oh, okay.
I just don't know.
Got more people.
I
in the
hope
chat.
we
Hello,
get some
everyone.
kind of. I like for SK. I mean, I know SK probably wants to get him in the win, like act like he never happened. But, I know SK likes to forget like he never happened, but I like for SK like concrete say, yeah, guys, for those who want to see K49 back, we have no interest to bring him back. We're kind of just going to forget about him. We don't want to redesign it. I feel like all K49 needs is a redesign and change his moveset where it's not attached to a knockoff.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I'm not personally a fan of K49. I think Nameless would be a better choice just because, I don't know. It's just me.
No, you just like Nameless more, that's fine. We have no argument against Nameless. So,
Yeah,
that's what
I
you
get it.
prefer.
It's just, I just prefer
That's what you prefer. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's not like you don't have to have a big, major revelation why you want something. You just say, hey, this is why I want more. And that's it.
Thank you. You said it.
You're welcome.
I don't know. Sometimes I have to feel like I have to fight my case with some of these people.
Not me. I try to be reasonable. I'm helping you do the and especially when you respect someone's opinion, you're not supposed to challenge every damn thing they say.
Exactly.
Something that's let people have the opinion and call it a day. Unless it's like a opposite opinion, something that's hurtful, something that's really derogatory, then yeah, you gotta combat that shit. If it's like someone's like, oh, I like vanilla ice cream. Why do you like vanilla ice cream more than chocolate ice cream? I just like vanilla ice cream more. There's no argument needed for that.
Yeah. Exactly. I love vanilla ice cream. It's my favorite. Well, actually, no, that'd be a lie. My favorite ice cream is vanilla cherry.
Okay.
Dang, I don't know how there's a common theme on the Shattering. It just always circles back around to how we talk about food. Yeah, but there was another thing. This is something that Neo Geo Now said, and I'm like, that would be fucking incredible. Would be a KOF anime. If it's done right. If it's done right. Not like...
Yeah,
not
I
like,
mean, I know they do a little thing for an anime for KOF 15 before its release. KOF to me doesn't have a strong story for like a anime ongoing. It does not.
I'm not saying like an anime continuation, but like a retelling of the events from each like arc or something. That would be cool, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
I can see that.
Yeah. I'm just excited to see some more stuff when it comes to music, because the music in KOF is amazing.
Yes, the music is phenomenal in King Fighters 15. See, I'm like I said, I don't care for Shune's team, the Heroes theme music too much, nor do I care too much for Femme Fatale, which is the secret agent woman's team.
I don't know
Other than that,
I don't know which theme it belongs to, but the theme they've been playing throughout all these like the major trailers. Like we still have yet to even hear the full thing, and there's like all these YouTube like trying to recreate it and like stitch it together. But you know, I'd love to. I like the sound of like, you know, the theme they played at like the first trailer and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, another I don't know. You wanna take it from here? I keep seeming to go somewhere and then not go somewhere with my conversations.
I want to say this much though. As we're getting close to the beta release date, what are the things you hoping that's not an issue when you guys play the beta?
Obviously, connection is the biggest one. I hope that the online is good, right? I hope it's like at least as good as, say, KOF 2002 or KOF.
90. Oh, has anyone played King of Fighters 98 on Final Showdown?
I have played on it. I'm not very good at it.
I was connection on that one because I want to know for people. I heard I have a friend of mine named Freak Show on Twitch. He streamed it and he enjoyed it a lot.
I only encountered one problem, but that was it throughout my like hour-long stream, and that's because there was only like 2 people online when I played. I think because I got on late. So honestly, that's, you know, a great sign, especially for like a beta. I had barely any problems.
This is a great sign for a beta.
And yeah, yeah, but when I played it, I'm not very good at the game because like I couldn't tell if it was just the game itself or me who was bad at with the roll, because I think the roll startup was slightly slower than I was used to in 98. Or it could be the online, but I never really blamed it because I was like, I don't think it is the online, because I think it's just the game, because from what I've seen, I'm not very good at 98. I definitely struggle in that department. I think it's because of the gameplay. I'm not saying it's bad. I like it, but I'm just not very good at it. So I don't think I was like an amazing tell to like an amazing voice when it comes to that side of the
game itself. You really feel like you didn't get experience enough, but you could make a concrete like, was this really good or this really bad?
Yeah, I think it was good when I played it. I'm going to say that. If we're talking connection, perfectly fine. I didn't have any problems when it comes to lag.
Okay, that's good to know.
I'd say it's about the same as Garo or 2002 UMs. Maybe a little better.
That's good. That's very promising to hear. That's good. I know people may watch this later down the line, and it's good for people who see this video to get this deep into it. Like, hey, did they play King of Fighters 98 Final Showdown? How was it? And they'll hear word of mouth go far like, oh, it was a good connection. When the game officially comes out, I'll definitely buy it since I heard Siren and Onyxe talk about it and it was good. That's why I like bringing these topics up sometimes. Especially since Shattering mainly covers King of Fighters related news.
I haven't dared to go online in the Last Blade because I'm like, this game is already very difficult for me to try and play. Like, I love it, right? I love how some of these characters play. But again, I'm not very good at the Last Blade. I wish I was, and I wish the Last Blade was more popular.
Fair enough.
But, yeah. King of Fighters, though, is King of Fighters 98? Good netcode, I'd say.
That's good, that's good, that's good.
Would you like to hear my little theory when it comes to how I think KOF 15 on its release and its kind of after release will go?
Go ahead.
Because I thought about it because this one guy who commented said it's going to die in a month. And I'm like, if it has good online, I highly doubt it. And I
Won't
think
die. If the game is good, it won't die that fast. People are very pessimistic.
the thing is, KOF 14, I don't think it died in a moment. Like, in terms of online, maybe. But the people who are playing it, probably not. The game was good in terms of gameplay. I like King of Fighters 14. I like King of Fighters 13 and all that.
Me too. I definitely agree. Best of King Fighters 14. I loved it. But online could have been a lot more better. But when I played it, to my defense, when I played King Fighters 14 online, and I can only speak for myself, it was not bad. I didn't play a lot online because I wasn't that good at it online. But when I did play it, I never really experienced any lag, delays. My combos came out normally. So it felt like I was playing offline almost. Not quite, because there was some delays, but nothing like where I couldn't enjoy it.
I could kind of feel the delay when I played, but there wasn't very many choices, and I was like, well, I've got, 3 bar is the best I'm gonna get, so I'm just gonna go with the 3 bar connection. And it wasn't horrible. I will say it wasn't as bad as like Street Fighter V, where I feel like
Exactly.
someone's going to throw out a punch and someone's going to teleport right at your face. It feels like, and it's like, well, this is life now. It's just like, I don't know. I hate Street Fighter V's online. I like the gameplay.
Hey, online, I like the game itself, but yeah, the online is atrocious. I'm just waiting for Luke to come out playing Luke a little bit, then I'm going to uninstall it once again. I'm not even installing it. It's like till like 2 days before Luke comes out. I just want to play Luke real quick and then uninstall it for good.
So there's characters I like in there. I like Dan a lot. I like Dan a lot.
And it's very fun in Street Fighter 5. Very fun. I hope he's like that in Street Fighter 6. He does return. But he's very fun in Street Fighter 5.
Yeah. Now, this is what I'm thinking in terms of what will happen in terms of what will happen in terms of the FGC and how long the actual game will stay alive and what will happen in terms of the future. Obviously, big disclaimer: I am no what do you call it, horoscope by any means. I can't see the future. I can't look at Orion's belt and be like, yeah, Katy Perry's gonna get hit by a car in 30 years. But what I can do is I can try and predict what's gonna happen off of what I've seen. Also, sorry, that got kind of dark.
It did. I hope you don't get hit by a car, Miss Perry.
Yeah,
but moving forward.
I liked your music when I was in elementary. I don't listen to it now, but you still did a good job. God. Okay, so I think the game, considering how many eyes are on it, and considering if we look, I think the fact that Panda, that like the big FGC kind of thing, Panda, like at least 3 of its members had their eyes on just the trailers alone, like as an official video put out by Panda Fighting Games, is already a thing, is already a tell. The fact that Justin Wong has as much interest as he does in the game, and some other creators like Punk and stuff. My theory is, once Street Fighter V, I think once it kind of dies down, I think the next game that they will kind of shift to might be KOF 15. Because it has a very similar look, and the gameplay isn't, it's very different. It's obviously going to be very, very different from Street Fighter V, but it's similar enough to where it's on the ground kind of fighter. It has some similar like physics and stuff like that.
I see pros do a lot of good work with the Shadow Strike system too.
Yeah, and it could bring a lot of more interest to it, especially since the fact that Terry got into Smash Brothers. I think it could bring even more eyes to the game, and Panda is mainly focused on Smash, and having some of their creators getting into the King of Fighters 15 potentially, could prove very well. And with some of these fan favorites coming back, and I think this game having the most eyeballs on it out of any KOF game, at least for what we know, considering the internet and all that now, I think that there's a good chance that the game will succeed. Again, if it has good online. If it has good online, it will definitely succeed. Just judging by how well fucking Guilty Gear did. with its good online, and now that SNK is putting out a beta, that might draw even more people in. You know?
It's true.
I don't think this game's gonna die in a month.
I honestly, in my opinion, King of Fighters, if the online is just as good as Guilty Gear, or at least like King of Fighters 98 Final Showdown, King of Fighters 15, depending how often the updates come through, SK it keeps up with the community after the game comes out. Just don't forget about us.
Yeah.
15, I can at least say it was going to do good for our first 8 months, but after 8 months, it will need something to shake it up to keep people there.
I feel like they've got that covered. I think SNK cares. They listen, right? The whole SNK rollback thing is a big sign that they listen. Obviously, you know, a lot of people were targeting that because, you know, we want rollback. But, you know, it still shows that they care, right? It still shows that they are willing to listen to the community, unlike some other...
True.
Some other big certain companies. But yeah, they care. It's as simple as that. SNK cares. Considering KOF's like, you know, big history and it's, you know, the whole you know, involvement with like being like the big rival to Capcom back in the day, and you know, CVS series and all that stuff. People know about SNK, you know. Capcom fans know about SNK, and
as I mentioned, SK kind of got known through the Dead or Alive 2 when Mai was in Dead or Alive 5.
Yeah,
Showdown.
That would be another, you know, thing to grab is.
Maybe Smash. Smash is well known.
Smash is, I think it's confident to say Smash is the biggest fighting game. Not just at the moment, but of like all time. I'm pretty sure right now as well.
At least so, I agree with you. It is.
And
like or love it, yeah, the Smash community. Say what you want to say about it, but Smash is very much popular.
It's huge. It spans like a massive thing. I think it sold 25 million. That's huge.
Easy.
It is insane, and it's like I think it's one of the Switch's biggest games behind like Mario Odyssey and like Breath of the Wild. So, with that many eyes on, you know, something like SNK, which is a company that's considered rather niche in just in general.
Yeah.
It's big, right? And then you have, again, if this game is popular and has, you know, good competitive gameplay, which considering that KOF 14 seemed to have a relatively okay
scene.
You know, yeah, relatively okay competitive scene. I would say that it's not too far-fetched to say, you know, with how somewhat similar the actual gameplay is, I'd say it's not horribly far-fetched to say that it could pick up. Again, it could replace Street Fighter V in terms of the competitive scene. I think it has the potential.
That's potential at least to be right there with Street Fighter V.
Or yeah, with Street Fighter V, because Street Fighter V has a relatively big.
I don't feel like Street Fighter V is going to end at 2022. Street Fighter V will still keep going until Street Fighter 6 is almost coming out.
Yeah.
That's when Street Fighter V is officially going to die. Because that's when there's a new Street Fighter game for the FGC to focus on.
Yeah. But it might take it over in that, you know, after its time until Street Fighter 6 comes out.
That depends how well Street Fighter 15 feels online, which I pray to God it feels amazing.
I hope so too. Just judging by SNK's history with rollback so far, I wouldn't say it's too far-fetched.
It's not too far-fetched, not at all. Definitely think King of 15 is going to really shatter expectation in FGC-wise in terms of how big it gets. A lot of people are turning their nose up at King of Fighters because SK is not the most biggest fighting thing around, but I think King of 15 is going to turn that around. I hope it does.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, we're good on time.
Anything else you want to cover, Siren?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I don't know. I think that.
Anything else you want to cover? Because it's now the time. Otherwise, we can do this next time.
No, we've got plenty of time. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think of a subject.
I kind of let's see what can be good. What? Okay, let's put this topic. Who are you hoping to be the first 2 teams for DLC?
First 2 teams. If Kim is not on the original roster, maybe
I don't think he is.
Team Kim or Team Garo would be a good start.
Fair.
Or like Team Geese or like Team Southtown
Town.
bosses, kind of like how it was in 98 and 97, I think, or was it 96? The Geese Krauser.
96.
96, yeah. If Geese Krauser, Mr. Big, or Geese Krauser Kane, or Geese Krauser White, or Geese Krauser, I don't know. Whoever Art of Fighting 3 had.
Not Weiler. People hate Weiler.
God.
People hate Art of Fighting 3. Shit, let's keep it honest.
But if it's any of like those like characters, like, then yeah, maybe Geese, Krauser, Silver. I don't know.
Interesting. I'd like to see an all-girls team come in. Another one, at least one more for like an all-female team.
The pretty
before we
girls
get a bunch of
team
teams of
returns.
boys, girl.
The pretty girls.
Not high school, but like a team of other women fighters.
I don't know. Kazumi, Shanfei.
I mean, Hinako and maybe Malin, but maybe that's like the Iowa one. May not be the most popular thing in the world for everybody. Probably won't do well. People will, unless you're a big head King of Fighters person, you're not gonna know who the fuck those characters are.
Yeah.
So I think it would be a great team, being like a team of like King of Fighters, a King of Fighters 2003 team, like a theme team where you bring like Shenwu, Dulong, and Malin as a team. Or the newcomers, Ash, a dinosaur who's with Ramona and Antonov, and KOF 15 as a team.
I'd love to see. Yeah, I'd personally love to see Shenwu. He's a character I love. I'd like to also maybe see, another cool team would be like, Hua, Raiden and someone else, maybe someone new. Or another one could be Xanadu, Freeman, Yamazaki. That could be cool.
Be cool and work. Another thing I would like to see based on Sylvie's SK Heroes and the Sylvie Mion and Red Dragon.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking more. Well, okay, never mind. Because because Tizok and all of them basically are they're all on a team with what's his face. But I remember originally I was like, I remember my original wrestler team was. Raiden, Tizok, Red Dragon. But yeah, I think that what you just said could work as well. Hello?
Of course. So you were still talking, so I was quiet.
Oh, okay.
I don't dip like that. I would have told you either I went to the bathroom or sorry, I gotta end the chat. I would have said something to you. I'm not like that.
Alright.
That's just not me. That's very tacky. But trying to think what else I was saying. Well, I just hope the story mode 2 for King of Fighters 15. I do hope I hope it's not like Tekken 7. You gotta play story mode. You just play with the game chooses your characters you're playing at that time. I hope you still get like the story breaks down like it did in King of Fighters 13. You pick a team that you want to play at that time. where the story breaks down. Like the game's not forced you to play this character this time, this character that. That's one thing I hated about Tekken 7 story mode. Dead Life 6's story mode.
I didn't mind.
I hated playing
so
Heihachi for majority of the story. I hated it.
Oh, for a majority, yeah, no. I'd like it more like Street Fighter 5 or what's it called? Mortal Kombat, like 11 or 10's kind of story where it's like focuses on like almost all of the characters.
Yeah, true.
I'd love to see it like that because I don't want to just have it be like King of Fighters 13 story mode. There's way too much reading. Like, I get it. I know I sound like a fucking whatever.
I don't care about King of 13 so much. Its roster to me was very boring, but I love how it was done story-wise. The story was amazing in my opinion.
The story was good. The problem is just in my opinion, there's entirely too much reading, and I'm just like, listen,
I had to keep catching up what's going on.
Like, I get it, right? People read. I can read, right? But it's like my problem is like, come on, I'm here for the story. I'm not here to read a goddamn novel without even as much as voice acting. Come on, please, SNK. You gotta do me a little better than that. But you know, that's just me. You know, I know Chris is like a big fan of like graphic novels and all that. He's like, not graphic novel. What is it called? Visual novels? Whatever.
Like Danganronpa and 999. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a big fan of friggin' Ace Attorney, from what I've heard or from what I know.
Okay.
But yeah. Hopefully I didn't spill out too much information for you there, Chris. But nah, I'm just messing.
I don't think you saying you personal.
Let's see. Yeah, but King of Fighters 13 story mode, don't do it like that. The story, in terms of story itself, make it good. King of Fighters 13 was good, but don't make me read like 30,000 word essay, please.
Oh, that's funny.
I have dyslexia.
I didn't mind it, but I guess to each their own at the end of the day. I enjoyed King of Fighters 13 story. I enjoyed it more than the game itself. But to each their own, of course.
Alright. Yeah, story is something that I hope is like done really well in King of Fighters 15. I just hope like the pacing is good too.
And do you think, by any chance, do you possibly think that King of Fighters 15 is the end of the shooting?
No, it'd only be 2 games in. I doubt it. I think that we're gonna get at least another game and potentially a dream match game. I'm hoping. I don't know if we're gonna
get a dream match. I would love to get a dream match game because I feel robbed. SK for not give us the dream match games. Because Serena doesn't come back at King of Fighters 15 at all. Dream match is probably the only chance I want to see her again.
Who, Zarina? I think I heard you say Zarina. I'm not sure. Kind of cut out there. Hello?
But honestly, I think the story mode's going to be really impressive.
I don't think
any
of what you just said was captured. I think your mic cut out for that entire segment.
Me now?
Yeah, because you went like just suddenly quiet and it's just like kind of just stopped. I don't know what happened.
I guess my headphones are getting tired of me talking. My bad headphones.
Okay. You're all good.
I was saying though, pretty much. Hope if Zarina doesn't come back and King of Fighters 15 at all, the only next shot I probably got to see her again is a dream match King of Fighters game. I do hope Shunei gets 3 games, but honestly, so I don't think we get a protagonist problem. too many. I feel like SK can't. And the new saga is good. I do think I like the format of a new saga. But how many times can SK keep giving us new protagonists, new protagonists, new protagonists? See, because as you notice, a protagonist is never left out of King of Fighters game. Basically, unless the game's like King of Fighters 12, which was I enjoyed it for what it was. It was atrocious. Okay, or it includes the protagonist for each saga.
Yeah. We're at 4. I'm not sure how many more they can.
How are we going to do? Yeah, so I'm kind of worried about how SK balance that out, because each new saga brings a new protagonist. It's going to be hard to balance out sometimes.
Who knows?
And that's the only thing I can think to do is put a new protagonist with a pre-existing team of a protagonist, so it doesn't get too overwhelming.
Yeah.
That's another thing I think I'm kind of like concerned about in the future for King of Fighters. When the Shattering saga ends, the protagonist might be another guy or a girl, which I hope is a girl. But regardless of how that goes, we're gonna start getting too many protagonists in one game.
Yeah, if you're at like 10 protagonists, then you might want to slow it down a little.
But then now you gotta there's a con. Because how people feel about Kyo, Kid Ash. They're not gonna want them cut out.
Well, yeah, no one wants to see them go. They're all like decent characters, well, more than decent. I'd say. I mean, Ash is like kind of the one in the middle right now. Not really in the middle. That's true.
Ash, I like Ash for what he is, especially at the end of 13.
I like
Ash. I don't think people are gonna go that hard. Ash misses a game. I know for a fact Kyo, Kid Ash, not miss a game. I think people love them too much for them to miss a game for whatever reason. They can't miss a game, and I'm not sure what Shune maybe. Without King of Fighters 18, if King of 16 is not a dream match, and whatever, but maybe I can't say for certain.
Who knows? Maybe it will like come back around and like Kyo's the new protagonist, and they'll keep like recycling them. But like
possibly
Kyo's like matured or something. I don't know. I'd like to.
So I mean, I think another smart thing to do with Isla, because basically I'm not sure what's going to happen to her at the end of King of 15 because we don't know what's going on. But let's say nothing bad happens to Isla. Isla's okay at the end of King of 15 if she returns. I think the next smart thing to do with them is make her and Shune like kind of okay with working with one another to put Isla, Meitsuku, and Shune as a team. So you get Team Japan again for King of 16, which is Kyo, Benimaru, and Goro Daimon.
I guess so. I mean,
something I'm throwing out there.
Another thing they could do is, I think, they could come back to these protagonists and then like more matured or something. But the real question to me that has always bothered me is how long can they keep these characters the same age before people get sick of it? Because I'm already a little.
I don't think can do a small. I think these are fictional characters. I mean, you don't have to age up a fictional character when you do real people. We're gonna age up regardless if we die.
Yeah, but
fictional characters, you don't really gotta age them up. At some point, you do gotta progress the story. So you maybe like with Kyo, you get Athena officially out of high school. You put her in college. It's a little bit older. Nothing crazy. You don't gotta let's say he's 23 right now. Make him 26. You just buff them. You bring them age up by 3 years. 3 years not gonna kill none of the characters. It's not a big change of aging. You don't suddenly die after getting 3 years older.
Well, you could, but I mean,
could, but just this is fiction.
Yeah. But I think giving them a little bit more age and like having them age a little bit would be nice. I mean, look at Terry. He's still like we haven't really seen him much in his Garo form, right? Apart from this alternate costume, Garo Terry is so much cooler than in my opinion, is a lot cooler and more refined than, say, the other Terry.
Classic Terry, current Terry, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got to be how people feel about it. People got to be okay. A character like Terry Bogard being brought up in age. I am okay. He was in his Garu form of King of Fighters 2003, and then in King of Fighters 11, but it reverted him back to his regular, more traditional self, King of Fighters 12.
Yeah. And the other thing is, like, with some of these characters, Garo also had other characters that, like, made, like, the future characters a little bit cooler, because you had characters like Gato, Haltaro, and all these, like, Garo characters, and, like, Rock. Rock is the biggest example. because timeline stuff is gonna mess up more stuff and all this other stuff.
But to me, wrestler, I don't care about the Rock thing anymore because honestly, once they brought in Gato, Bone Janae, T-Zoc, K kind of messed with their own timeline. Because that's why people can say, well, Rock should still be a kid. Rock can't be in the KF game. Really? When Bone Janae was supposed to be a kid during the whole KF time? So with Gato, Hataru, Freeman, what's that guy's name? Ryan. Not Ryan Batley.
Kevin Ryan.
Ryan, like these characters, Garou supposed to take place in the future, but meantime they brought in a bunch of Garou characters in the present KOF games. So to me, Rock Howard, that doesn't really count no more.
Fair enough. I mean, technically the whole KOF thing is a mess anyway because of the fact that, Rio and all that, but they are two different continuities.
Yeah. Fighting time scale, I guess you can say, like comics do it.
But yeah, having Rock, I don't know, Rock was also a kid in one of the KOF games.
He was a kid, I believe, in KOF 2001.
Yeah, and he was also made it in KOF 2002, even though that's not canonical as, Terry's win pose as well. The real question is, when are we going to get the return of Yuki? Yeah, Yuki, not Yuki. Was it? Is it Yuki? I don't know. What's Terry's monkey's name?
I really don't care. I do not know.
Yeah, I don't know. But the true question everyone should be asking. But yeah. We got to see, like, a return to some other characters as well. There's certain characters that, that would be cool, that are from other SNK games as well, like, World Heroes or
Rest of the Dark Combat, yeah, all that stuff too.
Rest of the Dark Combat. How about some of the scrapped characters, like, I don't know, some of them that became strikers, like some of Kim's students. Baydale? I don't know.
Scrap characters I know about is the ones for like King of Fighters 12 that was supposed to be in that between like King of 12 and 13 that SK decided to scrap at the end.
Yeah. How about like some of the strikers that were in some of the other games? That might be cool.
I don't really. Most strikers are like kind of like characters that are already in KOF. Like a feel, she was in Maximum Impact game, saying they were Lily Khan.
Yeah.
The panda, I don't want that panda. I don't think no one does. So I really don't know what SK can really give us besides original brand new characters or characters from other their established fighting games.
Yeah. I mean, bring back some.
But yeah, I don't really want too much of a Samurai Shodown. Like a Samurai Shodown got this still look so out of place in KOF. Like a Wu worked, but I feel like majority of the Samurai Shodown cast would not work in KOF.
We just need to see more Fatal Fury characters, I think. Like, we get some, but there's some that we
peak at the while though. So there's a lot of them that don't get the light of day.
Yeah, like some of the master characters, like Soka, and Yubei, and some of the other characters that would be cool, like God, what's the Freddie Mercury looking guy's name? Big boxer, I forget his name. He looks like Freddie Mercury and he's really buff.
Well, I know the boxer dude.
Yeah, the boxer dude. That guy.
Franco Bash. Finally remember.
Yeah, Franco Bash. He'd be cool. Richard Meyer would also
I'd love to
be
get
cool.
Franco Bash.
Richard Meyer would be cool. Bob Wilson. I mean, we've already seen Lee Sean Fei, but she'd be cool to return. I guess, what's his name? Andy's apprentice, I guess.
Oh.
I mean, I wouldn't personally like him that much because he's annoying to fight against, but, I mean, he'd be cool.
I just want to see a team with Andy, Mai, and Haku tomorrow. I wonder when that's ever going to happen. Probably never.
Sagumi would be pretty cool.
Yeah, for Willbound, was mentioned earlier.
Wild Vision. Yeah. Be definitely cool to see Ryo in his Mr. Karate form.
Yeah, people want to see that for a very long time, so I can't blame you. I've been wanting to see that for a very long time. Mr. Karate Ryo Zakazaki.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I am sick and tired of the whole King plot. Like, I need them to do something about that. Like, Ryo and King need to either get together for Will or just stop.
Yeah, I agree. You know, a character that could be cool.
Getting annoying now. That's just, I'm speaking for myself. It's getting annoying.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think they do need to do something with them. I'd say kind of the same thing for Blue Mary, but it's not nearly as intense. I think the same thing goes for Andy and Mai because.
I mean, Andy Mai actually is kind of comical because at some point realistically Mai should have been ditched Andy, but this is video games. SK loves their little comedy. Mai keeps chasing Andy like that's like the best penis in the world. I don't know why when there's so many better options out there for her, but it is what it is. Mai shouldn't want to be a fool. Let her be a fool.
Yeah.
No, at the same time, it's like I think it's just too mature between King and Will to keep dangling that little lover pot. You let them become boyfriend girlfriend for Will, or just stop it.
Yeah.
I just I just really hope King Ice 15 gets the love it deserves. I hope this is one of SK's biggest games. I hope this game ends up selling like 1 million copies or better.
Yeah.
You hear stories of Street Fighter 5 doing so well, selling over millions of copies. Tekken 7 selling over millions of copies. SK's lucky to get into the 10,000s.
I don't know about 10,000. It's more like the 100,000s.
100,000, yes.
Yeah. There's other characters as well that also would be cool. Like, Soji Kusanagi would be cool to see come back, right? Soji's like a character we have not seen in a long time. And he was only in like he was in like the other King of Fighters, like, I don't know what it was called, EX something as well. It was the
Skullomania?
one. It's not Skullomania. It's Soji Kusanagi, but I forget the name of the game. It's the
one of Kyo's cousins and shit.
Yeah. Seeing him might be cool, to be honest.
See, that cousin of his, that one of his Kyo's female cousin that ended up getting the purple flame powers as well.
Yeah, she'd be cool to see, kinda.
People like her. Honestly, not bad. We covered a lot of stuff today for the Shattering Siren.
What? Can you say that again?
You hear me? Oh wow, my mic. Ow. On. Me?
Very slightly. Can you say something?
Hello?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you.
But my mic did something stupid. It's hurt my ear, but I'm okay now.
Okay.
Anyways, I was saying, anything else you want to talk about, Siren? Because I feel like we could pretty much wrap this up.
I guess so. I mean, I don't think there's much more to talk about, I guess.
Anything I'm open to talk about it, but I'm talked out. I can admit that myself.
Alright. Is there anyone that you personally want to see?
I'm always the odd guy out with my ones. I like to see a maximum impact character other than Jabatma or Hyena. Mainly Albertory, Minyoung, Ninun, Kalim, Lian, Nagase, or Louise. Especially if we don't get Kim, I think Kalim would be nice, a great replacement for Kim, but no, that's just me. I like to see some of SK's more underutilized characters. Inako, Malin.
Dulon's sister.
Shalon would be great too, but yeah, she would be a great choice. I like Shalon, especially with King of Fighters 15 bright colors and stuff they're using. Shalom will look amazing in Kingdom Hearts 15, but you know, if SK ever takes a leap of faith to use a Maximum Impact character, I might be long dead and gone with my nephew time that happens. Love to see them do something in EX characters like from King of Fighters.
I'd love to see
EX2 Howling Blood.
Oh wait, I was gonna say, do you say EX characters return? Because that's what I thought.
Yes, King of Fighters EX2 Howling Blood, the Game Boy Advance game they had for King of Fighters. I want to see someone use some of their more obscure characters they don't use too much. That's what I like to see SK do.
I thought you had said EX characters. I'm like, that would be dope. Bring back like the EX characters they had in like 13 and 2002 UM. Like the.
I mean, I'm not crazy about a character, the same characters with a different moveset. I'm not crazy about those too much. But if people want to see them and they make money, go ahead. But I'm not crazy about those types of characters too much.
Fair enough. I guess we can end it here then.
I mean, this was fun though, and I will hope, you know, I know I'm pretty much busy for majority of November, but I definitely hope we could do one more before the end of this month.
Maybe. Yeah, probably. We might be able to. If another character comes out, that is.
There's definitely going to be more characters. It depends, that character gives us something to talk about.
Although we probably, if not, we can always talk about the beta afterwards.
Exactly. Yeah, something definitely think we should definitely cover, because, you know, it would be good so people know how especially for us being genuine King of Fighters fans, how we felt about the beta. I think that'd be a really good one to cover.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Onyx, where can people find you?
Guys, you can check me out on my YouTube channel, Onyx Blade. Check out my blog Forbidden as well, which is also within my YouTube channel. And if you want to, you can follow me on Twitter, Onyx Blade. My @ is _Onyx, _ONYXE. And I also have an Instagram that Siren can either add to the description for those who care. Not also, lastly, I have a book out there called Forbidden. If you want to support the book, feel free to do so. If not, so I appreciate you guys for coming to the live stream, listen to Siren and myself. It truly made my night, and thank you so much. I can't wait to see what King of Fighters 15 has in store for us.
Me too. And big thanks to Chris for actually announcing on his channel about our live stream here today. Of course, you can always check him out too, even though he wasn't really here. Yeah, of course, if you are new to my channel, you can always check out what I do. I usually cover King of Fighters, you know, King of Fighters stuff right now. I obviously will cover other stuff too. I'm primarily just a gaming channel in general, but I do some other fun things here and there. This year has been primarily focused on King of Fighters 15 though, because, you know, all the trailers coming out weekly, it just kind of absorbed my channel. But hey, I'm perfectly fine with it. It brought a lot of like traction. It brought a lot of people to my channel, so I'm very glad of that. But I'm going to leave it here. If you guys like the stream, leave a like. Tell me.
Direct comment.
Yeah.
Hopefully subscribe to Siren's channel, please.
Yeah. And I don't know. Who knows? Chris is almost at. He's getting closer to 1,000. So go support him. See if you can get him to 1,000.
Yes, please. Chris is such an amazing channel. Please definitely support Chris.
And yeah. Thank you guys.
That's all, guys. We will catch you guys next time. We'll let you know when we're going live again.
Yep. We'll see you in the next one.
Let's play out. Cheers, Siren. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.